Evening, my brothers and sisters. So, with that being said, this is Who Am I, Part 17. I just left off on, basically just, the solid foundation that I stand on today cannot be shaken. I turned everything over to Him, you know what I mean? And with that being said, that's the only reason my life is different today versus the insanity that I lived in for many years, 8 to 54, as I always say. And that's the truth. Anybody that knows me knows I was always all in all the time, and just like in recovery, I was always in, and I was always full blast. You know what I mean? So thank God for His love for me and everyone else too. Their love. He loves everybody. He's just waiting with open arms. But anyways, so like I said, at the point of where I was eight, 285. Strong, you'd think, mentally, physically, emotionally, but spiritually, I wasn't there. Thought I was, but that's the problem. We always think that we can do some work and change the way we are. There's no possible way we can do something, but we're always going to end up coming back to the same place because our mentality is still the same. Our maturity and spirituality is not matured. We're still infants. We don't even understand what it is to go through something solid, you know what I mean, and believe and stand on that belief no matter what, no matter what. Because the other side of the storm is where you get the strength and the growth. And when we stop that strength and growth, we tend to just go right to the whatever it may be, all the insanity that life and flesh drives us to do. Well, anyways, so I'd relapsed in 2012, I believe. I was fixing to pick up 8 years and I relapsed. Like I said, 285. In 2 months, I was down to 185 and facing life in prison. But a bunch of trouble. The girl that was with me was in trouble. My friend Joey was in trouble. So I had decided, right before we had. First, I'd like to say thank you, Mr. Carney, because he didn't have to do what he did. You know what I mean? He had say in the courtroom. We could have been slammed right off the rip. And I so appreciate that so much for him having some kind of a soft spot in his heart. I don't know if it was the letter I wrote him, but all the way up to the point of trial, he wanted us fried, and he had say in that courtroom. Trust me, he was friends with Sheriff G, and it was a wrap. I promise you. And in recovery, thank God, I did learn some things, and so I applied it. And I just wrote him a letter telling him that the people that were there that caught with me, they really had nothing to do with none of that, all that craziness, and that just if he had to put it on me, but I just explained my childhood and all the stuff that was going on in my life, the mental health and the addiction. But he seen it fit to give us all a chance. The night before trial, we were hung. He called up the district attorney and said, "Give them all one shot." And you would have thought that had been a turning point, knowing that what God had did for me again through somebody else, But anyways, I got away with something. Didn't face life. They gave us all probation. I went in DACO. Didn't I did it, but I didn't. Was ready to just get out and do drugs and run the streets. Was chasing fleshy things, no matter what it was, and it just led me out there for another 13 years. But I'm grateful for what I went through, but it was insanity beyond I ever imagined I'd put myself. Because in 2019 I lost my mother, and then I was incarcerated again in the middle of that year, and then my stepfather died at the end of the year, right as COVID hit too. So I was in county jail for 2 years. And you would have thought that that would have been the point because I got blessed again. God showed up again and gave me another shot. Said, just do the drug program and you can get out and be walk free again. And you would have thought I had a good brother. Brother in Pasco was ready to support me. I thought I had a good foundation. But again, if it's not on God, I'm in trouble. So that being said, I'm going to make another one. But I hope that this leads somebody into the light, not into the darkness. Because I don't know what everybody's comprehension of God is, but stop thinking about preachers and churches and all that, because none of that's supposed to be. That was man. That's why everybody, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. It is not. Your concept of God is probably not even close to a good relationship if you just get personal, intimate with Him only. Don't let no man teach you. Let God teach you. With that being said, I'm going to make another one soon here. God bless y'all. Yahweh always. Until next time. Have a good day.